YouTube helps to boost music profile with new awards show. New York, does the world really need another music video awards now? The answer is yes, at least according to YouTube. The online video sharing site is rolling out its first YouTube Music Awards on Sunday, with the show that pairs established industry stars such as Lady Gaga and Arcade Fire along with performers from the Google-owned video site. The show will boost YouTube's profile just weeks before the site is expected to announce the subscription service that will compete in an already crowded music marketplace. On a practical level, YouTube has put people on the map and it's generated revenue or other resources like support or recognition from people that normally would not get the exposure, said Reggie West, a performance artist who, along with actor Justin Schwartzman, will host the event. The awards categories are limited but clearly meant to differentiate the YouTube Awards from the Grammys or the MTV Music Video Awards, which grabs attention this year after a raunchy performance by former Disney star Miley Cyrus as she transitioned into a more adult career. YouTube will also name a Video of the Year and an Artist of the Year, with a slate of nominees including Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Eminem, Katy Perry, and other top 40 mainstays. But the categories also range more broadly. Response of the Year will pick the best fan remix, parody, or response. Other categories including YouTube Phenomenon, Breakthrough, and Innovation of the Year. Even the show structure asks for something a little different. West says that he and co-host Schwartzman know the overall sequence of the events, but don't know the below by below of what will happen at Spike Jonze directed show. We have no clue what's going to happen, he said. All you can do in the moment is perform. The awards shows will stream live from New York on Sunday starting at 6 p.m. YouTube has positioned itself in recent years as a major source of new music video for fans. Lady Gaga alone has raked up well over 1 billion views of her various videos. The shift highlights some of the challenges and opportunities for artists. While accessing fans has never been easier, turning a profit and making a living as a musician has become more challenging. Sites such as YouTube effectively function as one demand station for music, with fans able to listen to playlists over and over just for watching and occasionally commercial. YouTube is expected to introduce an option by the end of the year of the year to let music fans skip the commercials via a paid subscription service. That would pit YouTube more directly against services such as the online music streaming web service Spotify, which itself has had its share of musicians such as Radiohead's Thom Yorke, who criticized the company's business model for squeezing artists. Into all of this comes the awards show, which will showcase the abundance of changes in the music industry. The show is about a certain level of discovery, where said it's going to be an experiment on all levels. Obama defends health care law in Dallas. White House. U.S. President Barack Obama traveled to Dallas, Texas on Wednesday to urge more uninsured Americans to enroll in the federal government's health care coverage plan, also known as Obamacare. He thanked volunteers from the Dallas Area Interfaith Coalition for helping uninsured Americans to sign up for the government's health care coverage. We're on the right side of history. Is it the right thing to do? Is it the right thing for our economy, our business, and our families, said Obama. As problems continue with the government's health care enrollment website, the president assured Americans the site will be working as it is supposed to by the end of the month. Nothing drives me more crazy than the fact that right now there's great insurance to be had out there, shows and competition where people can save money for a better product, except too many folks haven't been able to get through the website, Obama told the crowd. The state of Texas has the highest ratio of uninsured Americans. It's also a Republican-controlled state that hasn't set up its own health care exchange, nor has it accepted federal funding under Obamacare to expand health care for the poor. Political science professors Stephen Green at North Carolina State University thinks the president's decision to speak in Texas highlights some of the difficulties Obamacare has forced and a lack of cooperation from a number of Republican-controlled states. They were simply not prepared for the volume of work they were going to have to do to set out these so-called exchanges for all of those various states which refused to do it on their own, said Green. The president has been criticized for earlier statements that people who lack their current health care plan could keep it. Those statements have since proven untrue. as health insurance companies have dropped some people's coverage plans that don't meet the new government's requirements. Green says the administration needs to get a handle on this political problem, as he calls it. It seems that it probably would have been politically better to be more forthright with people and make it clear that, yeah, there are going to be some losers in this change, and some people are going to have to pay significantly more for their health care insurance, said Green. For now, Obamacare's problems has not hurt Democrats as much as Republicans predicted. Tuesday's elections were generally a success for Democrats, as the party won major victories in Virginia's governor race and presidential candidate Chris Christie were re-elected as governor in New Jersey. BlackRock's China Communist Party office. Chinese authorities said several homemade bombs exploded outside a provincial Communist Party office in northern China Wednesday, killing at least one person and injuring 8 others. Police in China's northern Shanxi province said that shortly before 8 a.m. in the morning Wednesday, a series of homemade bombs went off in succession, sending metal balls and other shrapnel flying. Pictures of the damage posted online shortly after the incident showed multiple vehicles with minor damage, such as windows blown out. Several individuals held metal balls, some about the size of grapes, that flew through metal car indoor and shattered windows. The official Xinhua News Agency said that in addition to the steel balls, circuit boards were also found scattered around the scene of the explosion. The agency says police believe improvised explosive devices or IEDs were used. In one video of a blogger speaking with an eyewitness that was posted on China's video sharing site Youku, a Shenzhen resident said an elderly woman who struck with shrapnel from the blast a good distance from where the incident occurred. The man told the blogger in the video that he heard several explosions and that 3 of them were in succession. Others, the man said, just came one after the other. Other posting on China's social media network Weibo also spoke of an elderly woman who was hit while escorting a child to school, and authorities and state-run media have yet to release any details about those injured. The police has The police have also not given any clues as to who might be responsible or what the possible movement might be. Several hours after the blast, authorities said the situation in front of the provincial Communist Party office in Shanxi's capital of Taoyuan had returned to normal. The incident comes just a week after a family of three carried out what China said was a terrorist attack in Tiananmen Square. Although Wednesday's attack appeared to more sophisticated than other things in China in the past, social unrest and acts of violence targeting authorities are not uncommon in China. Earlier this year, in a smaller county south of Taoyuan, a man used explosives to blast a residential compound for test officials. According to the state media, the blast killed the daughter of the local law enforcement office. One big difference, however, is that both the incident in Tiananmen Square last week and Wednesday's blast outside party office come at a time when China is preparing to hold a crucial Communist Party meeting. The meeting is expected to chart out economic and other reforms in China over the next 5 to 10 years. China's Foreign Ministry Hong Liang responded when asked what it makes of recent acts of violence of whether they are evident or social unrest ahead of the party's upcoming meeting. Hong said Chinese authorities a clear conclusion on the violent terrorist attack in Tiananmen Square. He added that the upcoming meetings are important for the opening up and reform of China. In the run-up to the party meeting, China has been tightening security and working to create a harmonious environment to ensure the meetings go smoothly. State media released reports quickly after the blast occurred Wednesday, and unlike the incident in Tiananmen Square, did not immediately launch a massive effort to censor posting of the blast online. China's main national broadcaster CCTV News, however, was silent on the incident. CCTV Chinese opened its main evening broadcast with 10 minutes of stories about the ongoing controversy surrounding the United States surveillance programs headed by the National Security Agency. Twitter to offer its stock for public sale. More than 230 million people worldwide posted internet messages about their life on Twitter. Now, starting Thursday, the financial world will decide just how valuable the social media site is, as investors get their first chance to buy stock in the company. In the jargon of financial markets across the globe, Twitter is making an IPO, which means an initial public offering of ownership shares in the company. The founder of the Renaissance Capital Research and Investment Company, Kathy Smith, told VOA that privately owned companies offer their shares for sale to the public to raise the money they need to expand their business operations. She said new stock offering also help determine the monetary value of a company. It's the first time a private company offers shares in the public traded market, she said. So the company might offer portion of its value to public investor and the shares will then trade. There are enough investors, so there's a tradable market and that market even for a piece of the company. Maybe let's say it's 20 to 30%, then create some recognition of the value of the company. Advertising. On Twitter, users like to be able to post very brief messages to friends and business associates. But Smith says investors are looking at how successful Twitter might become because of its growing advertising revenue. Twitter has a lot of interest because of how quickly the company in about a 7-year period has generated about $800 million in annual revenue and is growing very quickly, said Smith. Twitter is selling more than 80 million shares in the company and could raise $2 billion. The company says that with this, it will sell the first-time share price at somewhere between $23 to $25. Whether Twitter will turn out to be profitable as an investment, anyone's guess. More than a year ago, another popular US-based social media site, Facebook, made its debut as a public traded stock, and within weeks those have its value. Facebook has since recovered and now is trading about 30% higher than when it started. Investment opportunity. Smith says that just because Twitter is well known does not necessarily mean it will prove to be a good investment, but thinks eventually it will. There is some theory that a well-known company, the user's value is probably worth looking at, said Smith. Then the question becomes, at what price? And in the case of Twitter, there's an awful lot of interest and maybe a little bit too much excitement around the IPO. That may make it expensive when it first starts trading, but we believe it will be a company that at some point in time investors will want to put in their portfolio. With the U.S. economy, the world's largest, slowly but steadily improving, numerous private companies are making first-time stock offers, in the coming days. Smith said, online textbook rental company Jack Hilton Chan, Extended Stay America, and book publisher Houghton Mifflin Harcourt are also joining the world of publicly traded companies. Super Typhoon Haiyan, strongest storm of the year, has forced Central Philippines. Thousands of people in vulnerable areas of the Philippines are being relocated as the strongest storm on the planet so far this year spins toward the country. Packing sustained wind of 280 kilometers per hour and gusts as strong as 335 kilometers per hour. Super Typhoon Haiyan was churning across the western Pacific on Thursday toward the central Philippines. Its wind strength makes it equivalent to a Category 5 hurricane. The storm, known as Yolanda in the Philippines, is expected to still be a super typhoon, with winds in excess of 240 kilometers per hour when it makes landfall Friday morning in the region of eastern Visayas. The storm is so large in diameters that clouds from it are affecting two-thirds of the country. Authorities in the region had moved more than 3,800 people to evacuation centers by late Tuesday. A.J. Reynaldo Balido of the Philippines Office of Civil Defense said, most of those relocated live in Tacloban City, which sits on the coast of the island of Leyte and has a population of more than 200,000. In a speech Thursday, President Benigno S. Aquino III warned residents of the calamity of our countrymen will face in these coming days. Let me repeat myself. This is a very real danger, and we can mitigate and lessen its effect if we use the information available to prepare, he said. The government has raised the